If you're looking for a vintage Cartier watch and you're on a budget, there are options out there, and this brand is definitely one of them. Hey guys, welcome to the channel. My name is Alex, and in this video we're going to talk about an option to vintage Cartier that I find very undervalued and that offers a lot of value for the money, and that still contains this kind of DNA and the look and the design cues that you find in vintage Cartier, just for a much cheaper price tag basically. So the brand Baume Mercier is no rookie in the watch industry, and they have created watches for a long period of time, and they've had their ups and downs, and now I believe that they are back on track. I made a video last year about one of their models, the Clifton Baumatic with moon face, that I believe is a modern watch that offers a lot of value for the money. But if we're sticking to the vintage watches, and especially if you're looking for a Cartier watch that, as you might know, has exploded in both popularity and in price, there are still options out there that offers the same look and feel and quality as Cartier does, but for a price tag that is much less. So let's jump into this specific watch that I have with me today. It's the Baume Mercier Ceinture. It's basically a design that looks more or less like the Ceinture by Cartier. And Ceinture, just a fun fact, is French for belt buckle. So when you hear a belt buckle and you see the watch, you make the connection. So this piece is a watch that both has the Cartier DNA but also a bit of Piaget in it. And we'll get back to that part in a bit, but in all essence, this watch is a watch that measures 27 by 27 millimeters, housed in a yellow gold case. It comes with a manual winding movement, and it just looks and feels great on the wrist. So already there you have a couple of key points that you find in vintage Cartier, which is basically the yellow gold case, the manual winding movement. Also present in this piece is a tiger eye dial, which is something you don't really find in vintage Cartier because they didn't really use those types of dials. That was more of a trademark of Piaget that revolutionized the watch industry with the stone dials in the 70s, and these dials that were made by Piaget were very thin and ultra delicate, so it's very hard in general to find dials that are made out of precious stone in good condition. So when I did some research for this video, I tried to find if there's any connection between Cartier and Baume Mercier, because we can find many Baume Mercier pieces from the 60s, 70s and 80s that looks more or less just exactly as a Cartier watch. Unfortunately, I didn't find anything. What I did find was that Baume was during the 60s and 70s and a period of the 80s owned by Piaget. And Piaget was in 1988 acquired by Cartier before they all went and became a part of the Richemont group. So I believe there are some kind of connections. I'm not really sure. What I do know is that, for example, Ebel made the cases and watches for Cartier during the 70s and 80s. Maybe there's some kind of connection there. I'm not 100% sure. So if you do know if there's a connection between Baume Mercier and Cartier, please let me know in the comments. But with that said, even though these designs may just be a rip-off of Cartier, they still offer a good option for you that is looking for a vintage Cartier but don't have really the amount of budget that you need today on this market to find a nice piece for a decent price. So I would definitely recommend the Baume Mercier pieces from the 70s and 80s. They usually have the precious metal case. They usually have either stone dials or, you know, the white enamel dials with Roman numerals that are even more, you know, according to the Cartier DNA. You can find them with both manual winding movements and quartz movements. And of course, for the price, this exact watch I just recently sold to a client in the US for a mere $1,500 US. So to find something equivalent from Cartier or Piaget is easily double the price tag. So that's why I believe that, you know, 18 karat yellow gold, manual winding movement, tiger eye dial with original buckle as well for $1,500 US is a very good price, especially if you're looking for something with the Cartier and Piaget DNA, aesthetics and design. So let me know what you think about this piece, if you have any other options for the ones that are looking for vintage Cartier in particular. Do you agree with my choice that Baume is a great option for those on a budget? And also, if you know something more about if there's a connection between Cartier and Baume Mercier, please do let me know, because I love to learn more. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.